Friends, how's it going? Ash here, welcome back to Gents. Now I don't want to alarm you, but today we're talking about fragrances that if you're wearing these, especially if one of these is maybe your signature scent, you may be an NPC. Yeah, this guy over here, that's you. I'm sorry. And I'm not trying to alarm you, I'm not trying to be mean, and also, to be completely clear, I'm not saying the fragrances smell bad. Really, you don't get to become an NPC fragrance unless you smell good. And everybody and their mother is wearing it because everybody and their mother is hyping it. NPC. So that's the warning. What are the fragrances? Well, of course, imagination. Louis Vuitton. You may say to yourself, no, imagination can't be an NPC fragrance, it's expensive. I spent a lot of money on that because the guy on TikTok told me to. Yeah, this is possibly the most hyped fragrance of all time when it comes to short form content. Like, this stuff was heralded as the greatest fragrance ever made, ever. And again, it smells good. This stuff is nice. Spring and summertime, really well done. Citrus, tea, classy, fresh, easy to wear. And it does smell really expensive for a fresher type scent because sometimes those can lean, you know, cheap shower jelly. So if you think this smells good, and I do, don't feel bad about it. It's just, everybody and their mother wants to have this stuff. You know, it's like a flex. You know, some guys, they've got Rolex watches or they've got Louis Vuitton bags or whatever. Other people, Louis Vuitton fragrances. Because there is that cachet that comes with the brand name, and a lot of people want to be able to say, oh, me? My signature scent? Yeah. Maybe you've heard of it. Louis Vuitton. Excuse me, I meant to say Louis Vuitton. Yeah, so there's a whole lot of that going on, and unfortunately, it kind of like wraps back around and becomes an NPC fragrance. Are you gonna potentially get lots of compliments with this fragrance? Yes. Is it also the type of fragrance that every single person on earth who has ever pulled up, what is good summer fragrance, get me compliments wearing? Yeah, they're wearing the same thing you are. Now I hear you, big dog. You don't want to spend Louis Vuitton money, so you're like, yeah, lame. Let those losers spend so much money to be NPCs. I wouldn't be caught dead wearing that because I'm wearing Stronger With You Intensely. Or really, I guess you could just stretch that to be all the Stronger With You fragrances, and heck, maybe we just throw in the Most Wanted while we're at it. What do you say? Now look, guys, I'm in the NPC boat too. I love me some Stronger With You, especially Stronger With You Absolutely. That stuff is my jam. Did I intentionally put Stronger With You Intensely here instead of Absolutely because I like Absolutely more? I would never do that. That's ridiculous. Why would you accuse me of that? But yeah, Stronger With You Intensely, and again, all the Stronger With You fragrances, they're crazy popular, man. They are everywhere. They have absolutely skyrocketed in popularity, especially in North America, because for a long time, actually, these ones you had to get basically through discounters. And I know a lot of people out there would have called these NPC fragrances when they first released, but they really weren't in the US anyway, in Canada as well, because for the most part, the people wearing them were people who were into fragrances. So it was kind of like this mild, very mild hack of sorts. But then over the past few years, they've been released like locusts out into the wild, out into retail stores, Macy's, Ulta, Sephora, etc. And now every friggin' body is wearing them. They smell good, they last, they're perfect for fall and winter, they're sweet, they're sexy. All of that is absolutely freaking true. And also, there are like 50 dudes within a 2-mile radius wearing the same thing. For real though, Stronger With You absolutely freaking rules. Take a shot every time I say freaking, haha, you're dead. Riddle me this, Batman. Can you have an NPC list without the most NPC fragrance of all? No, you cannot. Dior Sauvage. This is the eau de parfum. And like a good parrot, I will tell you once again, this fragrance, if you're after compliments, if you're after something that performs, that has versatility, it does all those things. That's also why it's the best-selling men's fragrance in the entire world. And I'm not here to tell you popular equals bad. That's not how it works. Popular means the overwhelming majority of people think it's good. Now, of course, you could turn your nose up and say, yeah, that's because they've got poor taste. And, you know, maybe there's that argument to be made sometimes. But again, popular does not always just mean bad. And Sauvage Eau de Parfum is another fragrance I like the way it smells. In fact, All of these, I think, smell good. Some better than others, but none of these are bad. They just NPC. So the Eau de Parfum takes that original Eau de Toilette style, Sauvage Eau de Toilette, smooths it out a little bit less metallic, and adds a nice vanilla note in there that adds a touch of sweetness as it dries down. Nice. It's attention you're after, Sauvage Eau de Parfum. If it's something that's unique smelling for a signature scent, this is literally about the absolute worst fragrance on the entire planet that you could pick. Oh, that's my signature scent, along with 1.3 billion other people on this planet. I'm a pretty unique guy. Have I ever told you that my favorite band is Coldplay? To me, nothing is better than Viva La Vida. That is the pinnacle of musicianship. Also, my favorite color is blue, and I love Papa John's pizza. Speaking about blue, Bleu de Chanel. Eau de Parfum. Can't really have that one and leave this one out. You know, this is the best-selling fragrance. This is the second best-selling fragrance. Boom. Basically, everything I just said about Dior Sauvage carries over to Bleu de Chanel. You can wear it everywhere. People love it. I have said before, I will say it again right this second. Bleu de Chanel, Eau de Parfum. Probably the most versatile, easy to wear fragrance that has ever been made in the designer realm. If it's not tops, it's top 3. You can wear it in any situation that you can possibly imagine, outside of maybe like alien abduction, but maybe it would work for that too, I'm not sure. But it would work for pretty much anything, and you won't have to think about it. I'd say between the two, Sauvage is usually a little bit more attention grabbing. You know, it's got a little bit more of like an outgoing personality, you could say. Bleu de Chanel, a little more elevated, a little bit more classy. But like I said, the exact same stuff I said about Sauvage, everybody wearing it, yeah, Bleu de Chanel, same thing. Ever since this came out, basically the #1 or #2, depending on the year, best-selling men's fragrance on the planet. And the Eau de Parfum is the most popular of the lineup at this point. But these have been out for just a little bit, so how about something slightly more modern? Something that's maybe a big trendsetter nowadays. Yeah, how about YSL Myself? Myself is massive. Ever since this came out, absolutely monstrous. One of the best-selling fragrances for men in the world, especially in North America. Myself, in a weird roundabout way, kind of looked back at the past and saw things that had worked, like CK1. Like when that one came out, unisex fragrance that mainly men wore, but unisex fragrance. And it was like a clean, floral kind of departure from the masculine fragrances of the time, and it just blew up. So YSL was like, what if we did that again, but made it in a more modern way? Now, to be completely crystal clear, Myself does not smell like CK1, okay? They don't smell the same. But there are 5 letters in each one of the names. CK1, Myself. CK, short for Calvin Klein. YSL, in Myself, short for Yves Saint Laurent. Both leaning toward the masculine side as far as who wears them. Myself marketed towards men more so. It's history repeating. Anyway, yeah, Myself, orange blossom. So you get that clean, white floral aspect, fresh, super easy to wear, a little bit laundry-esque, nice citrus off the top. But also just every single person is buying this stuff, wearing this stuff, gifting this stuff. Actually, what's funny is I've met some people over the past few months, just out and about, and they'll be like, hey man, I really wanna ask you about this fragrance that I smelled, and I think it's great. I'm gonna buy it, but you tell me what you think first. And 2 of them, 2 separate occasions, busted out their phone. They had notes, like Apple Notes. And the first fragrance, Myself. And both times I was just like, yeah, man, super good if you're looking for attention, all that stuff, wearability, yada yada. But I'm telling you guys, it is like a virus. It is a The next one is a monster. But before that one, codes, my bros. I present them to you. So here they are. We got codes for Fragflex, for JOMASHOP, for Beauty House, and more. Anytime you shop at these stores, use these codes, save yourself some cash. What's the next NPC fragrance? Bro, it is Aventus. Aventus. Yeah, this stuff, you can't escape it, okay? And even when you think that you're escaping this one, you're actually not. You're just running into the clones. It's like a horror movie. You think that you're getting away from the monster, you turn around and there's another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. And maybe some of them don't look quite the exact same as the monster. Like maybe its eyeballs kind of popping out of its head or something like that. Or maybe one of them's missing his hand, you know, and you're like, he's pretty close, but there's something different about that guy. It's not quite the same serial killer as the one that's right there behind me, but close enough. It is everywhere. Whether we're talking Aventus, Club de Nuit Intense, some of the Supremacy fragrances from Aventus, L'Aventure, Rayanne Tradition Pure 2, or, you know, some of the designer ones like Explorer, everybody knows, of course. There's a lot of this to go around. And look, it's awesome. The first time I smelled Aventus was like a life-affirming change happened within me. I smelled the pineapple. I smelled the birch. And this was back like the early 2010s. It was next level. For real. The first time I smelled Aventus, I was just like transcending time and space. But over the years, it has slowly morphed into an NPC fragrance that still rules. Check it out, another hype monster, Le Male Parfum. I really like that. That's really good. Yeah, so Le Male Parfum, of course, it is talked about nonstop ever since it came out. I'm one of the people who has talked about it nonstop because I just think it rules. Le Male Elixir, you know, same thing. That's really, really good too. Takes that OG DNA, modernizes it, puts a twist on it, makes it more of an evening fragrance, a little bit more dressed up. Still has that nice lavender meets vanilla scent profile, but some iris added in, a little touch of spice as well. It's great. Like, it really, truly is absolutely killer. But you know, I had to work in some fragrances for fall and winter time. It had to be done. And when you think about a fragrance that, you know, gets talked about so much that people almost feel like it's been beaten into their brains, that's what this is. Do I love it? Yes. Will I continue to talk about it? Yes. For some people, has it overstayed its welcome? Yes. This is painful. Acqua di Gio, eau de toilette. And it's painful for one reason especially. Years ago, this was my signature scent. This is what I was rocking. This was my go-to. This was my fun time boy. My sweet cheese, my fun time boy. Yeah, man, Acqua di Gio was there for me. It was there for me when no other fragrances were. I was wearing it all the time. And you know why. You know why. Yeah. We are talking about many years ago at this point. Time has a habit of flying. But this was Unchained. Yeah. If you were wearing this around the ladies back in the day, you got attention. Guaranteed. I might as well have been drinking this stuff so it was coming out of my pores when I sweat. Yeah, I was wearing it that often. But a funny thing happens when a fragrance works that well, and it goes for all of these. People wear it, then they rebuy it, then they wear it, then they rebuy it. And then through word of mouth, more people buy it, more people wear it, and eventually it becomes something that everybody knows about. So it's no longer that hack where your friends are coming up to you like, bro, what do you have on? Where can I get it? Share with me your wisdom and secrets. No, it just becomes something where they walk by and smell you and go, oh, Acqua di Gio. It's still good, dude. Shut up. Eros, eau de toilette. That is Versace's most popular fragrance. That is its best-selling fragrance. It did take them long enough to start coming out with more consistent flankers for the line. Knock on wood, there's not been one in a little bit now. It wouldn't surprise me if another one gets announced at some point this year or next year, I guess. But yeah, all I'm saying is if Eros were a Rabanne line, whew, you would have like 3 times more Eros fragrances at this point than exist currently. And Eros is one of those scents, especially when it was new, that really, really perfectly captures the whole fresh meets sweet idea. Fresh enough that when you smell it, you're not like, oh, that's just like a huge overdose of spice and woods and tobacco and leather. But then it also has that sweetness in there that people are just drawn to, which makes it a huge attention grabber, which has led to everybody and their mother buying it. Now I'm gonna do a giveaway here in just a second for a fragrance that will make you a non-NPC, but before that, we will finish with Prada Paradigm. Looky there, a fragrance that was perhaps inspired a little bit by this one, myself. Yeah, it's very much in that style in the sense of it being fresh, clean, easy to wear, modern, and slightly classy. A lot of people when it was first launched were underwhelmed because Prada was finally launching a new line and it was like, oh, this better be something crazy new. And instead Prada was like, nah, actually we're just trying to make mad money. So like, yeah, it smells kind of like that stuff over there with our own little proprietary twist. But we're trying to make a bag right now. So if you could just shut up and buy my fragrance, that'd be cool. That's basically what they did and it worked. Yeah, it worked. This is now one of the best-selling fragrances out there. Go to pretty much any of the main retailer stores, especially in the US and Canada. sort by bestsellers, it will be usually hanging out right toward the top. And that is because everybody's loving themselves some Prada Paradoxe. So maybe if you ever looked at myself and said, that is for NPCs, but I like the way it smells, I'm gonna buy a Prada Paradoxe instead. Yeah. All right, broskies, I got something a little bit different for you. This is Dark by Acro. So I'm gonna be giving this away, which is slightly different than these fragrances that you see before you. If you wanna be entered in the giveaway for this fragrance, all you have to do is like the video, be subscribed to the channel, leave me a comment down below. Tell me what is, in your opinion, the #1 best smelling NPC fragrance out there. Doesn't matter if it's for NPCs, if it smells amazing, that counts. I'll pick a winner with random comment picker, post it up on the post tab of the YouTube channel. If you're the winner, hit me up, I'll ship that out to you. Good luck, guys. Thank you for watching. Stay safe out there. I'll see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys.